Hey guys, Megan from A Travel to You Petting Zoo. Today we're going to actually do something pretty fun today. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of what I've done so far, and then I'm going to explain to you what it is that we are going to complete together. Alright guys, so if you're wondering to yourself, what is she making today? Well, today we're going to actually make a playground for my goat. Not only for my goat, but also for my dogs. They seem to really enjoy it too. So you got a little sneak peek of what I started, also as well as these supplies that we're going to use. Now, I got all these supplies free. Most of them were from an old deck demo. The picnic table I did buy, so there's a few things I purchased, but for the majority, this is a completely free project. Alright, so the first thing I started with was just a picnic table. This is a kid's picnic table, and it was only about 20 bucks secondhand. I then attached a piece to it to attach a set of stairs. Originally I had just the little stairs, but I decided to make kind of a ramp off it. The back of my property line kind of dips down, so I thought it'd be kind of fun if you can go, you know, up the ramp, up this, onto that. After that, I just took one little piece of the deck that I had torn apart, and I went ahead and I attached a ramp to it. And this is what I have so far. So I'm going to do a little bit more work here, and then I'll update you guys. Alright, so the next thing I did was just take another intact piece from that deck wood that I cut up and added another little level here. I then took that, stuck it on top, so it's like one more step up for them. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the other side, and I'm going to add a ramp down here. I'm going to add kind of a steep ramp for them down this one right here. Alright, there we go. So I may actually add something to make it so there's not holes in the middle, because the goat could easily lose his leg in there, so I think I will do that next, and then I'll show you guys. Alright, there we go. All I did was just attach some wood on top of that. It's a little off level, but that's okay. The goat's not going to care. And there we go. We got another kind of ramp going up. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is actually create like a rocking level. I wanted to do like a bridge at first, but I think just a level will be easier. So I'm going to actually show you guys where I'm going to put that, and then I'm going to try to assemble it, and we're going to see if it works. I went ahead and got this thing here. I added some 4x4s under it to kind of elevate it. I tried to match it to this as best I can. It doesn't have to be level, as I said. So we're going to try to make a swaying platform between those. So I'm going to go ahead, see if my idea will work, and then I'll get right back to you guys. Alright, there we go. We have our swaying bridge. Alright, so what I did to assemble it is I actually used these zip ties. Now these zip ties are big industrial ones. They're meant to hold 50 pounds each. So there's 4 of them. It holds me, so I'm not worried about it holding the goat or not. So as you can see, it sways back and forth. By no means does it sway very much, just enough to kind of put some off balance on it. And if I do want to make it kind of sway more, I can actually just undo those and loosen it. So if I let them hang a little bit more, it'll swing a lot more. But it's pretty good right now. It's got some sway in it. We're going to see if the goat's going to try it. Well, we know he will use it, and with him on it, it doesn't wobble at all, so I might actually undo those zip ties, hang it lower, and make it more wobbly for him. He walked on it, no problem. But for food, goats will pretty much do anything, so we'll pace. So the next thing I did is I just took a 2x6, one screw there, one screw there, and now he can come up this way if he prefers, which I'm sure I can get him to. He's following me around pretty much everywhere. Alright, so I found this perfect angle piece that fit that, so I went ahead and put that there and made another little pathway. So now it's a little bit wide, and then it gets a little bit more narrow, comes down here. I put a block under it so that it'd be high enough on the cinder block, and I also just added that little ramp there. So this is what we have so far. Now you're probably thinking this is kind of redneck, right? Thrown together, old material. I agree, it is. Total cost of this hasn't been very much yet, but what I'm thinking is if I paint the whole thing, let's say one day I get bored, I get some black paint, something like that, paint the whole thing black, that will make it look so much nicer. So bear in mind, we can add some paint on this to kind of finalize it at the very end of all this. Okay, so the next thing I did is take another platform there, and I just extended that to make it bigger. I'll probably put a few screws in just to hold it. Now, goats like to climb high, so the next thing I want to do is I have some pallets, so I want to stack pallets to build some height off this. That way you can have some low platforms, some high platforms, and some kind of mid ones. And as expected, the dog loves this stuff too. Alright, next thing I did is just took a tire and a piece of wood there, and I just drove a screw into each corner, and it's a little platform, and it kind of has some bounce to it. So I'm hoping he'll like that. I put it there for now. I don't know if I'm going to leave it there, but I just wanted to show you guys that thing. So I decided on putting it at the end here. Gives kind of a little bounce platform up to the ramp to get onto the sway bridge. Then I just took 3 straw bales that I already had. I put 2 that way, and then one on top to make kind of a high step for them. The dog and the goat are using this all the time anyway, so this isn't new for them. They really enjoy it. Alright guys, so it is the next day, and we're going to keep working. It's a little bit cooler out today, so I've got my sweater on and my hat. We're in Canada, so it's getting to be cold this time of year. So I'll show you what we've got so far. Alright, so far, I just added the cinder block here. It's kind of a jump between that and that, but I'm probably going to move that. Hay bale, the dog's playing. And I decided the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build a pallet shelter right there. So that's what I'm going to do next, and then I'll show you guys when it's done. Alright guys, here we go. This is what we got. It works pretty well. Sturdy enough, I can get on it. A little bit wobbly, but not much. Also decided to put this step right here. Seems like a good spot to step in between. I'm going to add a whole bunch of levels to this, ramps, and then it'll sturdy it out. So I'll do that, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I changed things up a little bit. I went ahead and moved that small square platform that was there over to here for this ramp. And I attached this ramp. I still need to put a piece of wood over it, but for now, that's there. I went ahead and put the straw bales there, and the piece that was here was shorter, so I pushed it all the way up to here and secured the ramp to that one. Then I built a low ramp right here. I put some crosses on it for him to get some grip. I put it on top of a cinder block to add a little bit of extra height to it, and it goes up to about there. Alright, so that is our progress so far. Little Luna here. So I am going to add some more ramps up to that pallet house. I'm going to actually make it more secure, a little bit of extra stuff there. So I'm going to look around the yard, see what else I can find, and I'll get back to you guys shortly. On this level right up here. I might add a second one if I can find a piece that matches, because this again had the angle cut on it, so it was perfect to fit it right here. So we'll see. I'm gonna put some crosses on it as well. That brings us over to this side. I'm gonna find one more piece to put on that side. I'm gonna take that piece off and take the nails out there, so there'll be 3 here, and I'll put some patterns. They'll be able to get up there. I added one more cinder block here for this ramp to give it a little bit more kind of ease for him to get on. And I put a tire here. I have not attached it yet, but I think that'd be kind of fun to have it. So I'm thinking if I attach it to that, it should be sturdy enough to stay for the goat. So I'm gonna do a few more things, then I'll give you an update. All right, guys, there we go. I found a little old cooking board I don't use, so I added a little extra height. Went ahead and put these. They're not straight, but that's fine. And this is nice and sturdy. Check it out. I also went ahead and screwed in the tire, and it's nice and secure. I was standing on it, sitting on it. It's definitely gonna work. I like the look of that. My other animals, rabbits and pig and puppies, can go through it, so that'll be fun too. I also went ahead and added a back to that so it wasn't open. So now when you come in here, it's like a little shelter. Put that down because I plan to like buy a bale of hay, that's what I meant to say, and stick that in there, and then they can go in there and they can have hay, they can munch. Hey, he did it! First day! Good boy! Alright, there we go. So I added some horizontal onto that vertical bar to allow him some grip to get up there. Hey buddy! He's coming to check it out! He is loving this. He's having so much fun running around on it all. The dogs are really liking it too. Thought of one last thing to do, and this is just an old exercise ball I had in the yard. So I dug a hole, stuck it in so that it doesn't fall out as easy, and now it's a little bounce. Be cool if I can catch him using this thing. Alright guys, well that is it for today. So from all of us at Travel to You Zoo, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.